Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be having a look at the Reverie RDA from Timesvape, designed by Tenacious TX Vapes Stan, whoever he is, I don't know. It's a little bit of an unusual looking RDA. Comes with this little drip tip, 810 drip tip on the top, different colour. It does come with another one, so it's not too bad. Single Coil RDA, little bit of a unique twist to the how you build on this one. It's a little bit different, shall we say. It vapes. It vapes pretty well. The flavour is not too bad. The airflow is a little bit on the restricted side, shall we say. But before we go into any more details, let's drop down, have an up close and personal tour around the Reverie RDA. Okay guys, so here we are with the Reverie RDA from Timesvape, and it is designed by Stan, Tenacious TX Vapes.com, whoever he is. Be Tenacious Timesvape there. On the bottom you got your specifications, so it is a 24mm RDA, squonkable. And in the kit you get the Reverie 810 drip tip clean cloth as opposed to a dirty one, one spare parts bag, your scratch and check authenticity. On here then I can see that this one is the stainless steel, so if we open up the box, on the inside there's your clean cloth, little Timesvape chamois cloth there. We do get the RDA itself. You get a spare 810 drip tip. These are coiling rods, although there's no mention of it in the packaging. Two different diameters. I think this is a 2.5 and a 3mm, thereabouts. It would have been nice if they had supplied a little bit of information about those, but that's a thing, I suppose. In your spare parts bag you do get a little blue screwdriver that I have probably too many of these. You do get a copper 510 pin. The squonking pin is already installed, various different O-rings, and some spare terminal screws in there as well. So if we have a look at the RDA itself, you can see we do have a gold plated 510 squonk pin pre-installed. Designed in the USA, Reverie, got a serial number there, designed by Stan, manufactured by Timesvape. And looks wise, on the barrel on the outside you do have Reverie engraved on the barrel. You do have this sort of diffused airflow going on, and a little bit of a flying saucer shape on the top. We do have this blue 810 drip tip. Don't know why they chose to put a blue one in there, but anyway. Your airflow then, you can see you can bring it all the way down to one hole on either side if you wish. Whatever you do on one side is exactly the same on the other. I have been running it fully open, just like that. So what I'll do is I'll just screw this down here so as we can take off that top cap. The top cap is in two sections, so when you remove this first piece here, just like that, you can see on the inside it is domed going up towards the drip tip. And then on here, now I have to show you this. Let's see if I can zoom this in a little bit. When I first got this O-ring was shredded. This was straight out of the box. So all I did was, like you saw, you twist off the top cap rather than pulling it straight off, as you do with all RDAs when you first get them. You don't want to shred this, but this, and the O-ring itself it's the flimsiest O-ring I've ever seen on an RDA. That's why I don't think the quality of the O-ring is very good at all. As you can see on the lower section then of the top cap, you do have these 6 airflows on either side, and it is quite a big chunk of metal on that top cap. And you can see that the top cap, when you do pop it on and off, it'll only go on the one way, and that's it. Let me just take this top cap off. So having a closer look at the top cap, you can see then on the inside there you do have this little cutout piece here, and on the deck you do have this piece here on the back of the post. So when you pop your top cap on, that lines up and there's no movement from this piece at all, which is quite nice, because when it's on an RDA on your mod and you want to unscrew the RDA, you can just hold this section and unscrew it without the top cap spinning and leaving the deck on your mod. So that's quite a nice added feature. With the build deck itself then, you can see you do have there your hole in your 510 pin for where the juice will come up, and you do have these little channels either side then to capture your juice. So your coil is going to sit vertically with one leg sticking out here and the other one sticking out here, and you do have flathead screws in there. Your top cap then is held on by these 2 O-rings, and these are bigger and beefier O-rings than the one on the top cap, as you can see there. And they should have really put a bigger O-ring on that top cap, in my opinion. So then on the base of the deck you do have these little cutout pieces here, and this is a nice little unique feature on the Reverie, is if you just hold those knurled pieces in one hand and grab the deck, you can just unscrew the posts out. It just comes undone, and just give it a couple more turns. Boom, just like that. So it makes it really easy to build on this. Let me just zoom out a little bit. So you're left with these posts here, and if I grab a coil, all you do then is slot your legs of your coil, boom, in there, clamp it down, give it a dry burn, and then get some cotton in there. So that's what I'll do now. Okay, so I have it screwed down on a mod just so I can get the coil positioned the way I want it. So I'm just going to pop it in there, and as you can see it's just over the squon coil. So I just hold that down there, grab myself a screwdriver and just tighten that screw down there, just like that. Get the lower one and do the same. There we go. So all I need to do now is just to position that a little bit better. So I've got the 3mm coiling rod that is supplied. Pop that down in there, and then you can move your coil around to where you want it. So I want it just over that hole, just like that. Make sure that you've got enough room underneath. Just move that up a little bit if you want, to make sure you've got your cotton coming down either side there. And we just need to snip off that excess. So if we get right down and flush to the post and just give that a snip just like that. Same then with the other side. Get right flush with that post. Get right in there, snip that off. So there we have our coil positioned in there. We just need to give it a dry burn and make sure it's all glowing nice and evenly. Okay, so we have it glowing all nice and evenly, and next is just to get that cotton down in there just like that. You see it poke down. That's what I like about being able to take these posts out. It's nice and easy to get that cotton and just pull that cotton down just like so. And then what you want to have is a little bit of cotton on either side. So to do that, what we'll do is we'll just get our scissors and we'll give that a little snip off just about there. Don't worry if it's too long, you can always pull it back up. And then we'll just give it a cut just like so. And then what you can do is you can push one side of your cotton over to the other side just like so. So you've got a little bit of cotton on either side. We can then just snip off that top excess piece just like so. And there we have cotton on either side. The juice is going to come up the middle into the little channels on the little catch cup, and that's it. So all I need to do is tidy that up, get it all back together, and then we'll give it a little squonk. Okay, so we've got it on our mod and I've got it all juiced up. Give it a little bit of a squonk, you'll see the juice all coming out there. And it'll fill those little reservoirs either side of the posts. And you can always, if you want, you can drip a little bit of juice onto the top of that cotton as well. So you don't have to use it in squonk mode, you can just drip away if you so wish. The juice I've got in there, it is the Crack Current Awesome Juice from Just Add Nick. Give that a little bit of a test fire. We've got vapor, so we can then get our top cap, match up the little notch on the inside of that barrel and just pop it on like so, and that's on there. And then we get our outer top cap, just pop that on, make sure then that we do line up our airflow the way we want. Get our drip tip, and that's it, it's ready to vape. Okay guys, so that was the up close and personal tour around the Reverie RDA. So, what do we think? Looks wise, it's a little different, a little bit out there. I'm not a big fan of this piece on the top. Kind of looks like they made the RDA and then they said, oh, we need to make it a little bit taller, let's just drop this piece here. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan looks wise. The build quality of it is good. It is very, very good. I've had no issues whatsoever with it. The only minor niggle I've had about the quality of the components of the RDA, should I say, is the O-rings. The O-rings are not the best quality, especially on this top cap here. I found right out of the box, those O-rings, they were torn, cracked, ripped to shreds. So I was a little bit disappointed about that. The way you can take the posts out of the base of the deck to make it easier to get your cotton down there, I think that's a fantastic idea, I really do. To have an RDA with vertical coils, primarily for vertical coil, is different. It's I like the idea. It would have been nice had you had the ability to do either horizontal or vertical coils, but it is what it is. It vapes pretty well. The draw, I like the restricted draw. It's not too restricted. It's certainly, if you drop that down to say the one hole there, It's not going to be a mouth to lung RDA. You can still direct to lung it. If you try and close that down a little bit more, it's not going to be a mouth to lung RDA at all. But in saying that, it is a nice, enjoyable vape. The flavour of it is not spectacular. I'd say it's probably a conservative 6 out of 10, I would say. Ease of build, definitely. These RDAs are going anywhere from around about £25–35, depending on where you shop. I will, as always, pop a link in the description as to where you can get your hands on one of these. Another negative on this, for some people, not for me, is it doesn't come with a 510 drip tip adapter. It comes with two 810 drip tips, as you saw, but no 510 drip tip adapter. For some people, that might be a negative. For me, it really doesn't bother me because I've got that many RDAs now with 510 drip tip adapters. It really doesn't matter. They're a little bit like the blue screwdrivers. But anyway, that's all I've got time for. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you again soon.